Hi everyone, it's been a while as it always is. Happy New Year, happy 2022. Look like I'm wearing a dress, but it looks a little bit like, I don't know, it looks a little bit Byron-ish, a little, maybe a pirate, like buccaneer like, but whatever. I am so excited, you guys, to be updating you at last on book 3, which is going to be up on screen in 3. Well, you've seen it in the thumbnail. 3, 2, 1. Yay! It's like a charm. Book 3. This is... Oh, I feel like I've been talking about this book forever. I was talking about this when I was launching Show Us Who You Are, book 2. But this is my fantasy debut. It's my first book with a neurodivergent main character. You guys know, I'm not going to disappoint on that front. But it's fantasy. It's magical realism fantasy, which means it's more sort of Harry Potter fantasy and not Lord of the Rings fantasy. So it's about a young girl called Ramia. She is 12 years old. She was living her life in London. She was having a nice time, and then her parents moved her up to her mum's hometown, Edinburgh, which is my hometown. And she's in Edinburgh, and she's at this new school, and she doesn't like it. She's dyspraxic, which is a learning difficulty that I also have. So she's doing these workshops at school, and she's not having a good time. And her family are not speaking. There's a big divide in the family. Her side do not talk to the other side. But her cousin goes to her school, her cousin Marley, and she sees him around, but they don't know each other. Until an event brings the whole family together for a slightly impromptu reunion, and Ramia meets a stranger there who tells her that she has a special gift that means she can see through glamour. Now what that means is that she can see through the magical camouflage that supernatural creatures use, and Edinburgh is full of them. They're called the hidden folk, and Ramia is the only one that can see them. And when they find that out, they say, "We need your help. There's an old enemy here and they're hunting us." And Ramia is the only one that can stop them. So that's about as much as I can say without giving too much away, but there's witches, real ones this time, there's vampires, there's trolls, there's hidden folk, there's fairies, and there's a very special monster that's hidden in Edinburgh in plain sight. And Ramia and her cousin Marley go on these adventures with their grandfather's notebook to see if they can help the hidden folk of Edinburgh, while also keeping an eye on some of them that might be a little bit more menacing than they first seemed. But yeah, it's got magic, and it's got a bit of mystery and a bit of adventure, and it's set in Edinburgh with lots of real Edinburgh landmarks in it, which I'm so thrilled about. And there's going to be a ton of events promoting this book. It's my first non-lockdown book, touch wood, and so that there's lots of places you can come and see us talk about this book, and also sign copies of it if you want a signed copy. So I'll get to that in a minute. It's super exciting. As you can see, the cover, we were on the front of the bookseller, which is fun. The amazing cover is by Kay Wilson, as usual. She is neurodivergent like me. And like I said, Ramia is dyspraxic. Dyspraxia is learning difficulties, also known as developmental coordination disorder. And it affects your motor skills, meaning your hands, your processing, your memory. It doesn't mean that you're stupid. Of course it doesn't. I'm dyspraxic, and I would never let anyone say that about me. But it's a learning difficulty, and I had a tough time at school having a learning difficulty, so I really wanted to write a character who was super smart, super fun, and very feisty. This girl, she knows how to pack a punch. So I really hope people love Ramia when they meet her. This is a really fun book to write, and it is the first of 2, so it's got a sequel on the way, but it doesn't end in a terrible cliffhanger, don't worry. So I really hope people like it. When I wrote A Kind of Spark, you guys said you really loved it, which I love, but a lot of you said, oh, we really hoped that Addie by the end would have magical witch powers, that she would sort of zap the council. So I wanted to write a magical story for you guys where there is a neurodivergent character who is magical, and Ramia is magical in more ways than she understands. So that's a little teaser as well, she'll find out near the end. It's the longest book I've written, but I hope it's highly readable, and I really can't wait for you guys to read it, and I hope you love it. So, on to where you can come and say hi about this book. So, this might take me a minute, but it comes out on the 3rd of February, so you can pre-order that now, meaning that you can order it at Waterstones, any indie bookshop you like, Blackwell's, you can order it, and you can have it on publication day if you pre-order, and I'm going to put some links in the bio. So it's coming out on the 3rd of February, which is not long from now, and the official launch in Scotland, my home country, is going to be in Portobello, which is in Edinburgh or outside of Edinburgh, depending on who you ask. But there's a wonderful bookshop in Portobello called the Portobello Bookshop, and it's on the high street and it's gorgeous. And the Portobello Bookshop are doing the official Scottish launch for Like a Charm, and it's at 6:30 p.m. on the 4th of February. That's a Friday, 6:30 p.m. on the 4th of February. And the great thing about this, I'm going to put a ticket link to the event in the bio, so if you are near Portobello and you want to come in person, and it's going to be socially distanced and masked, so very, very safe, you can come in person with tickets available. Adults and children welcome, but it's also being streamed online, so you can live stream it as well. You can watch it from the comfort of your own home if you don't feel cool about coming to the bookshop, or if you're just way too far away, you can watch it online. Just like my other two books in the past have had online launches, this is the online launch for Like a Charm, Friday the 4th at 6:30 p.m, and you just sign up for the online launch on the website. Again, I'm going to put the link below, and it's completely free if you want it to. You don't have to pay anything. But you can also order a book through there if you like. So basically that means anyone can come to the Scottish launch of Like a Charm on the 4th of Feb at 6:30 p.m. with the Portobello Bookshop. So that's the first big event. The second one, I've never had to do this before because I've never launched a book in person, so I'm having to remember all these things. But the very next day, I'm still going to be in Edinburgh. It's the 5th of February and it's a Saturday, and I'm going to be at Waterstones, Edinburgh, Princess Street, or more officially known as Waterstones West End. But for me, I call it the Princess Street one. And if you know Edinburgh, you know the Waterstones on Princess Street is the big one with like 3 stories and the cafe on top on the West End, not too far from, you know, the Lothian Road and overlooking the gardens. So that's going to be me at 3 p.m. on Saturday the 5th. I will be doing an informal signing at Waterstones West End in Edinburgh, Princess Street, and we're starting at 3 p.m. and it's super chill and it's free. You can just come along, you don't have to buy anything, you don't have to pay anything. Bring a book if you have it and you want it signed, and we'll get it signed, or you can buy a new book there. Obviously we'll be selling Like a Charm, but I'll be there at 3 p.m. signing, and that's pretty informal and totally free to attend. So if you're not able to come to Portobello but you can come to Edinburgh on the Saturday, I'll be there from 3 p.m. signing. And then the next day, because I'm busy, and guys, don't worry, I take a lateral flow every single day and I wear a mask and I wash my hands religiously, and I am very, very careful. So if that's something you're worried about, please do not worry. I'm very careful and I would never go near anybody if I thought that I was carrying a germ. But so on the very next day, which is Sunday the 6th of February, we've gone 4, 5 and 6, now we're on Sunday, I'm going to be doing an informal signing at Blackwell's, and there's some exciting news about Blackwell's and Like a Charm, but that's going to be on the Sunday as well, and Blackwell's will know all about that. You can ask them, but it's going to be an informal signing, Blackwell's on the Sunday, and Blackwell's is on Nicholson Street, which is very near the museum, the National Museum of Scotland, near the Festival Theatre, so that's where I'll be on the Sunday. And I'm doing some school visits on Monday, which I'm super excited for, and if you are one of those schools, hello, I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Finally, there are 2 more bits I want to tell you about. The first is the official London launch, which is the big one, the huge one. And again, it's going to be very safe. We've taken into account, you know, social distancing, mask wearing if you feel comfortable. It's totally safe. It's going to be at the South Bank Centre on the 19th of February, which is a Saturday. It's half term in England. 19th of February at 11 a.m. in the morning, we are launching Like a Charm officially in London at the South Bank Centre. Again, I'm going to put the ticket link in the bio, but that is going to be so much fun. Anna James, who writes the Pages and Co books, is going to be talking with me. It's going to be an in conversation with, followed by a signing. All of these will have signings. I mean, that's what I'm telling you this. I'm telling you where you can come and buy the book and get it signed, and we can have a chat. And the official London launch, which is the big launch, is going to be at the South Bank Centre on Saturday the 19th of February, which is English half term, 11 a.m. with Anna James. Please come along. I'm going to put the ticket link in there, like I said, and come and say hi, grab a book, get it signed, have a chat, and watch the event with me and Anna James. We're going to have a lot of fun. And like I said, all of these in-person events are taking into account social distancing. I'm totally okay about masks and hand washing and all of that good stuff to keep us safe. So those are the big dates for an event to do with Like a Charm. If you would like to come along to one of the launch events, it's always fun to come to an author event in person. I'm so excited to finally be doing them for a book. I've done a couple of festivals, but to actually launch a book in person is going to be a big deal. And finally, if you can't make it to any of these, but you really want a personalised signed copy, Roundtable Books, which is a little independent bookshop in London, are doing personalised pre-orders. Again, link in bio. But if you pre-order with them, you can put in the little box that comes up exactly what it is you would like me to write in the book. So, you know, dear so-and-so, blah, 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 whatever you like, love L, I will do that for you, but only with Roundtable Books, and again, the link in the bio. You can have it on publication day or the day after with a personalised message inside and signed, of course, and that offer is only available until the publication day, which is the 3rd of February in a couple of weeks. And finally, there are also signed copies available for pre-order at Waterstones, good old Waterstones. So, those are the events that I know of right now for Like a Charm. We've still got a couple of weeks and I've just seen the schedule and it's a work in progress, but it's pretty full and I'm excited. But those are the big events for launching Like a Charm. Scottish launch at Portobello Bookshop on the 4th of February at 6:30 p.m. Live in person and online for free if you want to watch from home. Saturday the 5th of February at 3 p.m, Waterstones West End, informal signing, free to attend, bring your books or buy them there. Saturday the 5th of February at 3, and then the next day Blackwell's will be an informal signing as well, and then on the 19th of February, half term in England, 11 a.m, South Bank Centre, me and Anna James launching Like a Charm with a signing as well. And you can pre-order your own personalised signed copy from Roundtable Books up until pub date, again 3rd of February, link in bio, and Waterstones are doing signed pre-orders as well. So I hope I've given you guys all the information. I always want to make sure people are informed, because the thing what happens is I always say these things and I feel like I'm lambasting people with information, and then the next day when this offer for a personalised signed copy will end, I know I'm going to get messages from people going, oh, I didn't know that was happening. It's happening. Here it is. In the meantime, you know you can follow me at Books and Chokers on Instagram and Twitter, and at Elle McNichol on TikTok, or check in on here. I do try and get here as often as I can. But this is book 3, Like a Charm, magical realism. Ramia Knox is about to blow people's minds, I hope, with her neurodivergent magical ways, and I am so excited for you guys to read this, and I hope to see some of you at these events. Thank you so much, and I hope you're having a wonderful start to 2022 and staying safe. Bye!